The sunbeam hit the Persian rug at precisely 2 o'clock, creating a geometric slice of heaven in the center of the living room. Barnaby, a cat of excessive fluff and minimal ambition, lay in the center of this golden rectangle. He was a creature of pure animation physics, his fur a cloud of white cumulus, his tail a metronome of contentment. His world was silent, still, and perfect. Then, the light on the charging dock turned green. A mechanical hum vibrated through the floorboards. Barnaby's left ear swiveled, radar dish style, toward the corner of the room. His eyes popped open, pupils shrinking to vertical slits. From the shadows emerged the Nemesis. It was a sleek black robotic vacuum, low to the ground and humming with malicious intent. It detached from its station with a sinister beep, rotating slowly to scan the battlefield. Barnaby stood, his back arching into a perfect parabolic curve. His fur puffed out instantaneously, doubling his volume until he resembled a furious meringue. He hissed, a silentless, open-mouthed display of small, needle-like teeth. But the machine was indifferent to biological threats. The disc glided forward. It did not walk, it hovered with terrifying smoothness. Barnaby retreated to the high ground, the velvet arm of the sofa. He watched with narrowed eyes as the machine ate a path through the carpet dust. It moved in a chaotic, nonsensical pattern, bumping gently into the coffee table, rotating and continuing. To Barnaby, this was not cleaning. This was a tactical erraticism designed to confuse the enemy. The tragedy struck moments later. Lying in the robot's path was Sir Squeakington, a battered, catnip-filled plush mouse. It was Barnaby's most treasured possession, the veteran of 1,000 midnight wars. Barnaby stiffened. He extended a paw, claws unsheathed, ready to intervene. The robot rolled over Sir Squeakington. There was a sickening grinding noise. The plush mouse vanished beneath the black plastic hull. The machine paused, its motor whining in a higher pitch, choking on the sacrifice, before swallowing the toy whole and continuing its patrol. The time for observation was over. This was war. Barnaby launched himself from the sofa. In midair, his body stretched like taffy, defying gravity for a split second before he landed squarely on the robot's smooth back. The machine, confused by the sudden weight, spun wildly in circles. Barnaby scrambled for purchase, his claws skittering uselessly across the hard plastic shell. He looked like a rodeo rider on a greased bull, his eyes wide saucers of panic, his tongue lolling out as the centrifugal force whipped his tail around. The robot slammed into the leg of the dining table. The impact launched Barnaby forward. He slid across the hardwood floor, paws scrabbling for traction, until he collided with a heavy ceramic vase. The vase wobbled. Barnaby watched it, frozen. It teetered left, it teetered right. It steadied. Barnaby exhaled, his chest heaving. But the robot was relentless. It corrected its course and headed straight for the long, draping curtains, Barnaby's primary escape route. The cat narrowed his eyes. He needed a trap. He sprinted toward the kitchen, his legs a blur of motion, creating the sound of cartoon bongos in the viewer's mind. He skidded around the corner and leapt onto the counter. With a deliberate swipe of his paw, he knocked a box of dry cereal onto the floor. Check. He batted a bottle of olive oil. It shattered, coating the linoleum in a golden slick. Mate. Barnaby leapt to the top of the refrigerator and waited, a white gargoyle of vengeance. The robot hummed into the kitchen, its sensors detecting the debris. It rolled forward to consume the cereal. As soon as its wheels hit the oil, friction abandoned the chat. The machine drifted sideways, wheels spinning aggressively but achieving nothing. It careened across the floor like a hockey puck, spinning faster and faster. It bounced off the dishwasher. It ricocheted off the cabinets. It was a pinball in a room full of breakables. The robot hit the open basement door at maximum velocity. For a moment, The machine hung in the air, Wile E. Coyote style, wheels still spinning furiously before gravity remembered its job. The robot plummeted into the darkness of the basement stairs. A series of distinct, rhythmic clatters echoed up from the depths, followed by a final defeated thud. Silence returned to the house. Barnaby descended from the refrigerator with the grace of a falling feather. He trotted to the basement door and peered into the gloom. The green light of the enemy was extinguished. He turned back to the living room. The cereal was spilled, the oil was spreading, and the vase was still dangerously close to the edge. But the kingdom was safe. Barnaby returned to the living room rug. The sunbeam had moved slightly, but it was still warm. He circled 3 times, curled into a ball, and closed his eyes. Suddenly, a muffled squeak came from the basement, then another, then the whir of a motor restarting. Barnaby's left eye opened. He sighed, stood up, and began to sharpen his claws on the sofa. The sequel was about to begin.